Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Adjust my camera. That's a little off. There we go. What is up, guys? How we doing? Zero concurrent viewers. All right. All right. Let's wait for a couple more people to come in before we actually kick this off. All right. Let's see. What are we going to kick off today? Where are we going to start? Excalibur, it's good to see you. Welcome back. All right, what are we doing? Well, we have got a brand new campaign mode save of Kerbal Space Program pulled up, and I'm going to go ahead and throw myself at it with very little preparation or planning. We're going to go ahead and just tackle it. So I know a little bit about the campaign mode. I've played Kerbal Space Program, so I'm not totally new to this. But we're going to start with taking on some contracts because I know that's the first thing you want to do: get some money and get some science. So what are we going to do? We're going to take the first two ones. We're going to do the gather science on the launch pad and the launch our first vessel, because that's always a good place to start. If you are trying to start a space program, you probably want to build and launch some spaceships. So, don't need any tutorials. I know what I'm doing. Let's delete that. Here's where we're going to start. We've got our Mark 1 Mod 0 command pod. Nothing fancy here. First things first, we need a parachute. Absolutely need a parachute. That is a must. We're also going to need a rocket on it. And actually, do we have... We do not have decouplers. All right, so what we're just going to do, we're just going to have that rocket on it. That's fine. We'll put, let's put 2. We could do 3. Let's start with 2. Mystery Goo science packs here. We've got a parachute, got a command pod, we've got our science, we've got our pilot, I think. We've got our pilot. Let's go ahead and launch. I don't see why not. Let's go ahead and launch this baby. As soon as we get to the launch pad. Any second now. There we go. All right, we're on the launch pad. I think the first mission, first contract, launch your first vessel, recover or transport. I can't talk today. Recover or transmit any science experiment data from Kerbal to achieve this goal. Well, that's easy. Let's get a crew report. Transmit it. Oh, we can't transmit it. All right, well, we've got a crew report, and we'll go ahead and observe Mystery Goo while we're on the surface here. We have completed those. I'm going to turn SAS on. We don't need that anymore. And we are off the pad. Screaming by. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Our parachute was on the same stage as our booster. That was not good. But we survived it, thankfully. So we are on our way back down already. I'll go ahead and just let this time warp and we'll float back down. We just have to let Jebediah here coast to the ground. In the meantime, how are you guys doing? Excalibur, it is good to see you again. Who else is here? Go ahead and throw something in the chat. Tell me you're here. Love to hear from you guys. Love to chat with you guys on these live streams. 300 meters. Coming back down now. All right, definitely make sure that parachutes are not on the same stage as our rockets. Totally bright. Hello, how you doing? All right, we are on the ground, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to EVA. Here, we'll EVA. I think this way. Oh, I can't even EVA yet. Oh, we're that new to the game. All right, we're going to recover the vessel then. Can't even EVA. I forgot. Can't do that. All right, we are back at the Space Center. Back at the Space Center now. There we go. We got 16.5 sites. And what we got? We collected $3,000 worth of recovery for parts. And Jeb got a experience point. Well, first thing we're going to do, let's upgrade and unlock some stuff. We're definitely going to need Engineering 101. Definitely going to need Basic Rocketry. And we don't have anything. We can't afford anything beyond that. That's fine. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I had a long week last week, and I've got a long week ahead of me. So I'm just settling in and enjoying my evening. And yeah, no black terrain. Yes, I don't know if you were there last time we streamed Excalibur, but I actually figured out what that bug was and was able to fix it finally. So here we are. Let's see. We've got a haul a spark liquid fuel engine. Okay, we could do that, or we could escape the atmosphere. Suborbital trajectory. Are there any like good ones here? Oh, here we go. Test a TD-12 decoupler landed. That's easy. I can do that, no problem. And that's a big jump right there. So I think we're going to do this guy. What's this? 24 to 2,900 meters incomplete. We could do this guy. I'm trying to see like what are some missions that are really synergistic with what I'm trying to do, because what I'm trying to do right now is gather a bunch of science. Oh, here we go. Mark 16, parachute into flight above Kerbal. We can definitely do that one. All right, so we're going for science on this bad boy. I've got a couple more science parts. We got the decouplers figured out. So let's go ahead and make some adjustments to our design here. Get rid of that rocket. I want to put a decoupler on first of all. Well, hold on. Do we have... We don't have heat shields yet. That's fine. We don't need heat shields just yet because we're not going orbital on this mission. Communitrons, those are unnecessary. Let's see. What do we have? We have fuel tanks. We've got the hammer. Let's do the hammer. And then let's just slap some science on this bad boy. We'll do 2 more mystery goos right there. And I will also do... I could do 3 of these. 3 thermometers. Could do 4 thermometers. Take a bunch of science data. Supreme, or no, not Supreme Dorian. How you doing? Since you are not Supreme Dorian. I know who Supreme Dorian is, but I don't know who you are because you're not him. I'm doing good. Glad for you to join me. We are doing a campaign playthrough of Kerbal Space Program, as much as we can right now at least. Probably want some fins on this guy. That's probably fine. And, we need to test a decoupler on the surface. So I'm going to throw a decoupler on the very bottom of this rocket. And we'll launch it. That is some good Russian science juice right there. All right, SAS is on. We are ready to go now. I think all I got to do... Yep, that satisfies that mission. Throttle up. Oh, didn't want to go ISA. That's fine. We'll angle over a little bit here. I want to do data. Log temperature. Keep it. Crew report. Keep it. Looking good so far. Whoa, we are getting warm. All right. Observe the mystery goo. Reset the experiment. That wasn't much science. How have I been doing? I've been doing okay. I've been super busy with work. My job has got me working some just rough hours, early mornings, some late nights. But I'm doing good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the challenge. Here we go. We've got, should be in a new biome here. Yes, we're high enough now. We can get some more mystery goo. And is this going to put us out of the atmosphere? Nope, I don't think 80 kilometers counts for out of the atmosphere, but it'll get us up here at least. So we've got lots of good data here. Lots of good data. I think... Oh, no, I can't do another crew report because we already did one. So we're just going to let this warp ahead. Yeah, I know. Alright. One more. Okay, so I've logged a bunch of data. I don't know if that data is overlapping or not. Hopefully it isn't. We got plenty of electric charge, so I'm going to do disconnect my my booster. Is it 70? I have no idea, man. Here, let's keep that. Hold on. Let's slow down real quick. Let's review our data. This one is upper atmosphere. Okay, keep that. If we have two in... Wait, no, hold on. Review data. Upper atmosphere. Okay, so we do have some overlapping ones. I'm going to reset and log temperature again. This one is in space. Perfect. Alright, so we've got one in space. We've got one in the atmosphere. Review data. Upper atmosphere. Keep. If these are the same, reset this guy. Observe. Oh, just in time. Just before we hit the line again. We got that last mystery goo in. Perfect. Let's see. I want to point my guy prograde here. Or retrograde in this case. And we're going to go ahead and begin re-entry. It's going to get a little toasty. Coming back down here, we are going pretty quick. And by pretty quick, I mean crazy fast. Yep. Here's the re-entry heat. Okay, almost slow enough to deploy a parachute. Alright. Just need to slow down a little bit longer, and then this mission will be complete. Boom! Both missions are satisfactorily complete. Perfect, and we are back on our way down. We'll just time warp, because it takes too long when we're on one of these parachutes. Here we go. Almost down, almost down. Alright, 400 meters and closing in. And it doesn't look like Jebediah is going to die at this point. So, I consider that a successful mission. We got some tasty, tasty science here in this guy. That should really, really get us going. Recover vessel, see what we got. That should be a lot, though. I feel like that's going to be a lot. So we got it at the ground, got it in like low atmosphere, upper atmosphere, and in space. Oh, let's go. 51.3 science added for a total of 77.8. Almost the whole craft was refunded. Jebediah didn't get any experience because he's already done a mission like that. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Let's look at what science we can unlock now. Survivability is kind of important. Radial decouplers, those are important. I think we can afford all of this, though. Yeah, we can. Is there anything else we can afford in the next generation? Not quite. Nope. Nope, that's all out of our reach. But we do have a new science experiment. We've got the barometer. We've got heat shields. We've got landing struts, service bay. We've got some new liquid rocket engines. If I kill Jeb, I'm kicking you from after. If I kill Jeb... Alright, I'm trying not to kill Jeb. I'm trying not to kill anyone, to be fair. Really not the point of this campaign playthrough. They do come back, you know. Like, if you kill an astronaut, they'll come back later. They do respawn after a while. I think they're down for, like, 2 weeks or something. So it's not the end of the world if Jeb dies. But it would be the end of Jeb if Jeb died. Let's see. What kind of missions are good to go with? Radial mount parachute. 10,000 to 13,000 meters. 20 to 80 meters per second. That's really slow for that altitude for a rocket. We could test the LV-1 Ant liquid fuel engine in flight over Kerbin. That's a weird altitude to test it at, though. I don't like that one either. Test this guy on a suborbital trajectory. Test it like at 190,000 to 200,000. Don't like that one either. We could try to go for orbit right off the bat, but I don't think we've got quite enough. I don't think we've got quite enough for that. What to do? What to do? We could try making a plane. You know what? Let's try the tourist mission. No, we're not going to do. Never mind. We're not going to do the tourist mission. We're going to do orbit Kerbin. We're going for the big kahuna. Screw it. We've got some funding. We don't need to do missions every time. We've got some funding. And as long as we're recovering most of the craft, we get a lot of that funding back. So what we're going to do is let's take a look at our craft here. Let's take a look at our rocket. Do we have? We've got the radial decouplers, right? Oh, we could totally go for orbit. You know, that's what we're gonna do. We're going for orbit. Do we have? We don't have batteries though. Shoot. Because you need batteries. You have to have batteries to do to transmit science. So that's going to limit us a little bit. Here's one thing we can do. If we upgrade the astronaut bay, we unlock EVAs, right? No, not what I want to do. That's only 75,000? Okay, we'll upgrade the astronaut bay. Now we can do EVAs during our missions with the upgrade to the astronaut barracks, astronaut building, whatever you want to call it. So with the ability to do EVAs, that means we can actually get out of the command pod, grab science, and bring it back in. So we don't actually have to transmit it. All we have to do is get out, scoop it up, throw it in our bag, and then bring it back on board, which is much easier in my opinion. We need a heat shield on this though. There we go. Okay, and then connect. That connects. Okay, so we've got our heat shield on our stage. Engines, let's do another one of these guys. And then a swivel. And then that. Okay. And then let's do I need to add another? No, that was the decoupler. Shoot, go back. There we go. So we'll add a couple more fuel tanks to this guy. We'll do 3 fuel tanks on this guy. Let's do 4. We'll go for the 4. And we'll throw another swivel on this. And does that have the thrust weight ratio we need? 1.52. So it definitely has the thrust. We've got the power. Does it still have the power though? 1.39. Okay. What's that bring our total up to? 2,463 meters per second. I think that's enough. But there is one way to always be sure that you have enough delta V, and that's solid rocket boosters, baby. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 solid rocket boosters right on the side. The classic way to make sure that you have enough fuel for your mission is a ton of thrust with your solid rocket boosters. Let's scoot these guys down a bit. Down a bit more. Ooh. No, don't want to go down. Oh, that's as far down as it'll go. Shoot. Okay, we'll leave it there, and we'll just put the nose cones on them. Like that. And some winglets for good measure. There we go. Right there. Okay, so we've got winglets. We've got solid rocket boosters. Now we need to do the... It's a cool mustache, by the way. Solid 6 out of 10. Thanks. Well, you know, it's a Navy standard to have mustaches, apparently. So, had to grow it out. Just part of the regs. Gotta have a mustache. It's just the rules. We'll do some drogue shoots. Dorian, you're distracting me. You're distracting me from my game here, talking about my mustache. Knock that off. We'll do 2 barometers, and we'll do... Actually, let's mount... I guess we can mount those up there. We've got 2 barometers, 2 thermometers, 2 mystery goos, and our bold and daring pilot, Jebediah, who I'm actually going to... No, we'll leave him in for this mission, because this is going orbital. Check our staging. We've got main engines, side separators. That needs to burn with the boosters as well. So we've got first stage, side sep, second stage, Separate, and then we need the drogue chute to fire before. Yep, so the drogue chutes and then the main parachute right there. You're going to comment on the blue shirt as well? Well, that's very nice of you. In the meantime, let's dial back our thrust. I don't want too much thrust to weight ratio coming out of the gate here. 1.75, still pretty intense. 1.4 is too little, though, so we'll scale that back up. 1.5. 1.69. You know, we'll leave it there. That should be enough, and then I can throttle my main engine as we go. So, ow! Blast, I forgot. How many parts am I limited to right now? Oh, I'm so close. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm literally 2 parts over, so we're just going to take 1 barometer and 1 thermometer. Does that put us at the limit? 30. Perfect. I think this will get us into orbit. Craft is too heavy now. Shoot. What can we do to make it lighter? Well, we've got probably too much power. I'm guessing those solid rocket boosters are a ton of weight. 7.65 tons. Yeah. Is that in spec now? Yes, that's in spec now. So if we did just the hammer boosters, could we get away with just the hammer boosters? We could even downgrade to the flea if we needed to. Yeah, let's mount these lower too. There we go. Nope, 9.4. All right, we're gonna go all the way down to our little guy, the flea here, because we have mass limitations. I forgot about mass limitations. Tiny little boosters, but we are in spec. We have 2,500 meters per second of delta V on this mission. Make sure my staging is lined up properly. This guy, that guy, that guy. Okay, we're gonna try this now. It's in spec, meaning we can launch. We've got everything we need here. Let's give it a shot. I'm hoping this works. If not, Jeb dies. All right, SAS on. We're going to fly this very carefully. Throttle up. And lift off. I'm just going to go ahead and pitch over slightly. Those fleas are going to run out real quick. Get rid of them. And we are just flying on our main booster now, which is totally fine. Having trouble pitching over, though. Looks pretty good so far. Not seeing any major issues. We're wobbling a little bit. Let's do a barometer test. Keep that for now. Okay, we're doing okay. Map. Where is our apoapsis pointing right now? You know what? That's a pretty good place. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit. Let it sit and simmer as we accelerate into near orbit. There was an explosion sound. That was not on the rocket, was it? Sussy-shaped rocket. You know what? All rockets are sus-shaped. That's just a rule in rockets. Did I play the Battlefield 2042 beta? I have never really cared a ton about the Battlefield series. However, a ton of my friends are playing the 2042 beta right now, and they have all said that it is meh. Just meh. Like they liked it. From what I can tell, a couple of my friends who are really into the Battlefield series liked it so far, but didn't have anything like crazy, like, oh man, it was the best ever, and, you know, this is really like they've outdone themselves. Nothing like that. It was all like, yeah, it was fine. That's basically all I've heard about Battlefield 2042 right now. Okay, we are on our way up. So far, a successful launch. I don't know if we're going to have the Delta V to actually pull orbit. So this may end up being a suborbital mission. But if it is a suborbital mission, it's okay because we're up here. We are way up here already, and we can perform some sweet, sweet science while we're up here. I'm going to have... Oh, my hatches are obstructed. I put shit in front of my hatch. Well, that limits how much science I can gather on this mission. Well, that limits how much science I can gather a lot. But we're still going to go for orbit. You have a couple of problems with it, but you had a lot of fun. Well, that's good at least. As long as you're having fun with it, that's the big thing, right? And I'm sure like having some problems with something in like a very early beta is, to be expected. Can't swear. I can do whatever I want. This is my live stream. Swearing is not against YouTube's terms of service right now. Okay, we do not have orbit to get, or we don't have Delta V to get into orbit, which is okay. We're going to flip ourselves around. Jettison this... jettison the second stage. And we've got some data, not... Let's try logging it up here. Is this going to be worth more? It's going to be worth more up here. That's good. We got a crew report. Let's observe our mystery goo. Mystery goo. No, it's going to be worth more. It's going to be worth more when we come back down, actually. Which we're coming down on the night side of the planet right now, which is fine. We can come down on the night side of the planet. It's no big deal. But we are coming in at orbital velocity. Going to really try not to explode. This is the part where Jebediah might die. So if Jeb dies here, it's all Dorian's fault, and everyone needs to blame him right now. Let's get our story straight. If Dorian killed Jeb, for sure. If Jeb died, it was all Dorian's fault. This is all part of his coup, his plan. So we need to all get our story straight. That it was Dorian who did this, not me. I am not responsible for what is about to happen. Yeah, hatch obstructed. That sucked. That sucked because that was kind of the plan for this mission, was to get out EVA, do some EVA science, and then throw everything back in the command pod and like reset experiments. But since we can't do that, that kind of screws up the plan. What's the next mission going to be? Depends. I'm probably going to do a contract mission after this. Or are you talking about like missions for the channel in general? Okay, reentry is looking good so far. Jeb hasn't died yet. Dorian has not managed to kill him yet. And that is a scary view to look at from here. Okay. Drogue chutes deploy. Did not orbit Kerbin. That's okay. We're going to cut our parachutes. Cut the parachute. I want to cut the parachute. And deploy our main chute, and we will just time warp down to the ground. No, you killed Jip. It's all because you don't have a $2,000 gaming chair. Yeah, this is like I think this is like a $30 Walmart chair right now. So I don't get the hype around the super expensive gaming chairs. I've just never gotten it. Like, why do you need... Hold on. What? Oh, I was going to do one over the water, but that's fine. Why do you need such a huge chair? It doesn't matter. Does not matter. Does not make you a better gamer. I'm not a good gamer, though, so maybe it does, and I'm just not aware of it. Okay, we've got our science. We've got our man Jebediah down and alive. Keyword alive. Let's see how much we got. That was not going to be as much as I wanted it to, because we failed to remember that you can't weld a astronaut into his cockpit. You know, you got to give him some room to breathe. We got some funds back. We did not accomplish the mission. We were short on Delta V for that mission. So what am I going to do next? Well, I want to upgrade what we have available for this next mission. That's going to be the key, right? We could do aviation. Flight control. We could do flight control. What's down here? Science. Ooh, that gives us all these cool things. Those are important. I need electricity, though. Why is electrics all the way up here? I need batteries. I can't do any of this without batteries. You know what? We're gonna do science for now. No. We'll do rocketry. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna redesign our. We're gonna redesign this rocket to be a little bit better. Little less absolutely dog crap. First things first, fleas. Fleas are out. Yeah, we're not about fleas anymore. Also, these fins probably weren't helping us all that much either. I want to zoom in here. Can we do a different engine? The Kodiak? What's the efficiency? 247, 285. Better thrust. Better thrust, better efficiency. Okay. So we could do the Kodiak engine. Do we have bigger fuel tanks as well? I think we do. So let's actually dump all of this garbage. All of this can go. And all of that as well. We'll do one of these guys. And then the Terrier, which is actually, the Terrier is a great engine in Kerbal Space Program 2. Probably one of the best ones. And we'll just have it... We'll have it bare. Does that change the mass at all? 434. Nope, it doesn't change the mass at all. If it doesn't change the mass, then I'm leaving it. I like the aesthetics. Let's do a decoupler. Kodiak is great for simple SSTO. Yeah, it is. From what I remember, I haven't played in a while, but from what I remember, it's pretty good for an engine. So if we just have a bunch of fuel tanks, right? That's not enough. We need more. What about one more fuel tank? What's that get us? Is that under our mass limit still? That's still under our mass limit and under our part limit. And better delta V. Okay. Okay. So hear me out then. If that gets us that far, what about adding just a little bit more fuel to our upper stage here? That lowers our... Wait. Doesn't have gimbal. Oh, doesn't have gimbal. Oh, it even says the quad nozzle beast comes with multiple cowling options. No gimbal. Needs some vernier thrusters. We could do the ants, couldn't we? Couldn't we do the ants? What if we did 4 of these guys? Or is that gonna fuck me? I mean, is that sure? Is that going to mess with me? What if I angle them down like this? Can I do that? Is that gonna work? Let's try that. What are our stats right now? 23, 30. What's our thrust to weight ratio? .66. Spark has a gimbal. Yeah, I know Spark has a gimbal. Can we squeeze a little bit more fuel into our first stage? That gets us to 2768. Is that enough? What did our last one have? What was the last one? I think the last one was closer to 2200. So this should have more. Already this should have more. And you know what? We did not need these drogue chutes. I'm gonna ditch them. Let's move this guy as well. And let's do these guys somewhere not in the way. Can they be there? Are they gonna break stuff if they're there? Is this hatch obstructed? Is there a way I can see if the hatch is obstructed just off the bat? That'd be great if I could. The ant also can't gimbal. Well, the ant can't gimbal, but you can still use them as vernier thrusters, I hope. Or am I not able to do that? Shoot, I bought this nice, cool engine and I can't use it. Let's do the Reliant. That doesn't change my delta V too much, actually. What about my thrust weight ratio? 1.29? It's a little low. That's a little low. It's fine. We'll make it work. 1.29 is still technically off the ground. And you know what? That's pretty decent. 27 meters per second. That should be enough. In the meantime, even if this doesn't get us into orbit, we corrected the major flaw, which was we welded our astronaut into his capsule. So hopefully just by not having him welded in there, we should be able to get a lot better performance out of this. Okay, let's see. Can I EVA without him falling off the rocket? Oh, he almost fell off the rocket anyway. EVA report. Awesome. Keep experiment. Can I have him store experiments? Nice, nice. Okay. Log pressure. Oh, he's got to go back inside. Right. He can't actually activate. That's weird. He can't activate experiments outside manually. It has to be done by a scientist. But he can collect them and transport them and reset them, I believe. Take data. Take data. Store experiments. Board. Okay, so we've got a bunch. We could just end this mission here, but we're not going to do that because we're going to go for it. SAS on, launch, and we are off the ground. So far, so good. No fins because fins are for babies. We've got gimbal on our side, and SAS, and a skilled pilot at the controls. Jebediah flying us off the launch pad here. Looking good so far. Just trying to keep this as carefully controlled as possible. I really don't want to screw this up right now. Okay, I think this launch is okay. I'm always nervous that I'm going to lose control during the launch really early on. Oop, oop, oop. And I'm starting to have to fight it a little bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. No crazy, like, deviations or anything. Can I do another crew report? Do I have anything to report? Okay, we'll keep that one. Reliant doesn't have gimbal? What? Well, I'm gimbling it. Or maybe I'm not gimbling it. I'm just, I guess the, so the command pod itself actually does have some gyroscopes. So, you know what? It looks like we probably could have gotten by without using gimbal. Because you do have some gyroscopes in here to act as your control authority. And we're getting up here. Let's see, what's our apoapsis look like right now? Pretty good. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead and point a little shallower. Start kind of flattening out that gravity turn. So we push our apoapsis. Our apoapsis is above the Kármán line. Why? Oh, there we go. For a second there, I thought my engine wasn't going tonight, and I was going to be really sad. But we are fine. We are good. We are golden, actually. Everything is going fine. We got 10 science points right there. That is so good. What do we got? Over here, nothing. Don't need to take anything there. Nothing worth looking at there. I could EVA while my engines are burning. That'd probably be a good idea. Okay, we are going to cut the engine there. We are in space, almost in space. And we are gliding up this point towards our apoapsis. All right, don't show this again. I don't need to see this every time. Warp forward in time a little bit till we are in space as of now. Okay, I'm going to pause that, and we could get out. We could observe some mystery goo. Nothing really to see there. Warp forward. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Almost at our apoapsis now. And we will light these puppies one more time. Okay, at apoapsis, before we ignite, I'm actually going to go ahead and EVA. And we'll have him do an EVA report here. Keep the experiment and board. Angle ourselves down there. And light the thruster. SAS on. Actually going to point skyward a little bit here because we need to keep our apoapsis up. We are falling back down to the surface, which is fine. We can fall back down to the surface. We've got some wiggle room. We're at 90,000 meters right now. All right, we're just burning. Just burning, just waiting for our apoapsis to come back. There we go. See, it's starting to creep back towards us. Let it come a little closer. Boom. We are basically at apoapsis at this point and holding it. Boom. That is orbit. We are in orbit, guys. Let's go. And with that, we're going to do our crew report. Actually, hold on. Yeah, no, let's overwrite. While in space near Kerbin. Okay, that's fine. Let's EVA. Let's do an EVA report in orbit. Keep experiment. Take data. Is there anything else to take? Can I take the temperature? Can I take the temperature here? Nope. Alright. We will board again. And let's see, we could do a mystery goo in orbit. Nothing crazy there. Take the temperature. Nothing crazy there. I'm going to maybe run time forwards a little bit. I want to get... There are different biomes we can be hitting. But we don't seem to be really hitting them at this point. We do have a ton of data already on board, so I think we are good to go for our landing. Go ahead and plan our re-entry out here. So I want to come down pretty close to the Kerbal Space Center. Let's see. We can come down on the western coast, or we can come down on the eastern coast. Let's try eastern. Because it's probably better to come down on the side of the planet that whoa, shoot, gotta go back, tab through, there we go. Probably better to come down on our side of the country, so we'll go ahead. We're here. Are we pointing retrograde already? Is this retrograde? Yes, it is. SAS on. Let's hold our nose there. Warp a little bit farther forwards. That should be good. Start our burn. Deorbit ourselves. We are coming back down now, nice and fast here. And right about give it a couple more seconds here. Really bleed off some of the speed. Use up the fuel we packed. Hi, Nin with a bin? Nin with a bin. I think that's how you pronounce that. Hello, Nin with a bin. How are you doing? You're at the airport, you say? You getting ready to board a plane, I assume, or are you dropping somebody off? Okay, that is good to go on that stage. We'll go ahead and separate our command pod. Keep. Actually, you know what? Review, reset that one, and reset that one. We'll do a couple as we're actually coming down. Now that I think about it, might be worth gathering a little bit of data while we're coming down, because I don't think I have any in air over the ocean. Doing good and heading to Seattle. Hey, I was in that neck of the woods for a while. Awesome, man. Hope you have a safe flight. Enjoy the stream while you're on the ground. We got plenty of electric charge. Shouldn't have to worry about that. Plenty of ablator as well for this re-entry. Just going to come in nicely here. And our goo capsules are heating up a little bit, but not intolerably so. And we are down. We are coming down in the ocean as planned. Everything is looking good. Everything is not on fire, which is always a good sign. If your ship is on fire, that's a problem. Reset that. I think we can get a little bit better. There we go. We'll keep that guy. And let's see. Temperature data. Log temperature data. Flying over Kerbin's water. There we go. Okay, now we should be able to get better goo data. We'll keep that one. And almost down. We'll fire this at about 5,000 feet. All right, parachute is off. Nice and toasty re-entry. Absolutely, but you know what re-entry isn't nice and toasty? We are coming down though with a science payload to Envy, and Jebediah is not dead. So, all things considered, successful mission. And he's not welded into his capsule. He can get out and EVA in the water too, which is awesome. Dorian still hasn't killed Jeb yet. Yet. The key word in that statement is that he hasn't killed him yet. Don't doubt that he won't try it later. Let's reset. Can we log pressure data here? Yes, there's some science to be had here. And then, yes, there's some science to be had here. And then let's EVA. EVA report. Yes. Board. All right, we've got an EVA report. We've got some temperature pressure data. We've got some mystery goo data. And we achieved orbit. We accomplished our missions. We've got tons and tons of research here to just extract out of our ship. If your ship is on fire, there's a problem. Yep, that's about all you need to know, man. If your ship's on fire, there's a problem. All right, we've got 101 science points here, so we can actually do something here. Let's see. We're going to want basic science for sure, because the first step in science is unlocking more science to do. We've got aviation. Let's go with aviation. That's a safe bet. We've got science. We've got aviation. And we've got a lot of money. So actually, let's let that be our next. Well, I didn't wanted to right click, not left click. Let's upgrade some facilities before we move on to our next mission. Because I don't want to keep running up against that mass limit. That's really going to prevent me from going for big things. So let's upgrade. Ooh, that's expensive though. Okay. Max vehicle size. That would get rid of our mass limit. I think we're gonna have to do some more contracts. We're gonna have to do some more contracts. Okay, let's see if we can get like a bunch of little contracts to use here. I want to try one of these survey contracts because that's an easy one. Take a crew report, but that's a high altitude to get up to. Near sector MP3. Can we go to the tracking facility and see where those sectors are? Because if that's something that we could like shoot a rocket up to. That's really high. Doable? Yes. Difficult. We would need a plane, and I don't know if the basic flight stuff is enough to get up to that altitude. We could try it. Let's design and build a plane, test it, and then if we can get up to that altitude, we'll take those contracts on. So we'll start with the Mark 1 cockpit. What engines do we have available? Just the Juno. And how many parts are we limited to? 30 and 18 tons. Okay, so it's the same limitations there. Oh, and the runway is like totally crap too. Oh, this is going to be a challenge, guys. This is going to be a challenge. How do we want to tackle this? Fuel tanks? There should be like an empty fuselage or something, right? I think so. We're going to want to make a lot of engines is the key here. We're going to need lots of engines to get enough thrust to get up to that altitude. That's not the one we want. There's a... I thought it was instructional. We actually might not be able to do this mission. You know what we can do, though? Here's one thing we can do, for sure. I think there were a couple other ones we can do. Don't save. There were a couple of other missions that we could try. A little more tedious, but we've got new science to work on as well. Radial mount drogue chute into flight above Kerbal. 2,000 to 9,000 meters, 260 to 440 meters per second. We can do that one. Mark 1 liquid fuel Mark 1 liquid fuel fuselage is the one. I don't the one I was talking about is totally empty. It's just a totally empty structural component. It's not fuel at all. And you can use it for airplanes. I thought is it the Mark 1 liquid fuel fuselage? Okay. If it is, I'll have to go look at that. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and try these as well. That one I'm not going to be able to do realistically, but the hammer solid fuel suborbital trajectory, we might be able to do that one. I could empty it. That's true. You know what? Let's just go with the one contract because this gives us enough money to like justify a mission. The real reason I want to launch this mission is not because I want to like do missions. It's because I need more science to unlock better parts to do the missions I want to do. This mission is just going to cover the expenses of what I'm trying to do. We're going to start with a Stay Putnik Probodobodine Stay Putnik probe here. That's going to be our base, and then we're going to need fuel tanks. Actually, before we do fuel tanks, we've got some new science, don't we, boys? Where is it? Science Junior. Here we go. This is the epitome of science in Kerbal Space Program right here. There simply is nothing better than the Science Junior. And we've got a pressure map barometer. I will put that on as well. And this guy on as well. So that gives us all the stuff we need for a basic science mission. We still don't have any electricity, which is garbage. Oh, we don't have any electricity. We can't do it. Never mind. All right, never mind. We're going back to the Mark 1 command pod. I realized you can't have probes without electricity, so everything I was about to try there is dumb. We're going to have to do Mark 1 command pod. We can still do it. We've just got to go back to what we were doing earlier, which is the this whole design setup. Old, but still should work. We'll do one there. Scroll around, one there. Yes, the extent of my knowledge is nuclear engineering and has nothing to do with aerodynamics. Those are very different fields. Also, Kerbal Space Program barely considers aerodynamics. So, you know, it's kind of... I mean, let's be honest. You don't really need to understand aerodynamics properly to play Kerbal Space Program. This game takes a lot of liberties with stuff like that. Oh, and I think you were right, too. Yeah, I think that fuselage would have worked. Okay, so we'll go for that one next time. In the meantime, we're still going to do this mission. But I'm going to push this orbit out for a way higher orbit. That's the plan. Way higher orbit. Really get out there into space. We're going to need... Let's see, what are we going to need? Coupling. Yes, coupling. Yeah, the Stay Putnik Science Junior, obviously a lot of flat surfaces there, a lot of drag, but I know for a fact that it would have worked because I've done it before. Due to the wonders of Kerbal engineering, you can absolutely do it. It's sloppy. You probably shouldn't do it, but you can. We need more fuel on this stage, I'm realizing. Because we've got a pretty heavy payload coming up this time. Yeah, that's 583 meters per second. That seems less. How heavy is a Science Junior? Jeez. 0.2 tons. How heavy is the command pod? 0.745 tons. So that's pretty heavy, I guess. But holy cow, why am I losing like that much performance? What? 583 meters per second. That can't be right. Can't be right. Can it? Okay, we're gonna push on and pretend that number works and makes sense. 2,312 for 3 of these. Let's push that up with another one. 2,660. And I guess we could do 2 up here. That makes it a long boy, and that actually reduces our thrust to weight ratio, or our total delta V, because now we're really trying to lift too much with that bottom stage. Let's do the smaller one of those, the half tank. Yeah, 2,621. Still a lot, but not as much. For a heavy payload mission like this, that might have to do. We're going to try it. We've done missions like this before. This is nothing new for our intrepid pilot. We can definitely do this. And I think from our last experience, we don't need gimbaling if we've got SAS on this command pod with the Kodiak. Yep, we can do it without the gimbaling. So that's good to know. Hopefully the Kodiak will give us all the performance we need here. How much science does this give us right off the bat? A good bit. A good bit. But we'll wait till we're a little bit farther up before we start using that. I want to use that in space, because that's going to give us the most sciences in space. And we only get one. That's a once-off experiment, basically. So I want to make sure that when we do that one, it actually counts, because we don't have a scientist on board to reset that experiment. Oh. Ooh. Oh, we almost exceeded our SAS tolerances there. That could have been bad. It wasn't, but it could have been bad. We are still on track to make it into orbit here. Come on. Stay in control. Stay in control. Stay in control. Please stay in control. So far, we're staying in control, so I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Throttle up the rest of the way here. And then can we get back down? We could probably get back down and get that one, because we just need to be carrying the radial mount. Oh, shoot. We forgot the radial mount drogue. Shoot. Hold on. Revert flight. Revert to vehicle assembly. Guys, we forgot something. Something somewhat important. We forgot the mission. The total, like, the whole point of the mission. These drogue chutes. We totally forgot it. So, I'm going to need to put those on. Okay, now we can do it. Now we can launch the mission. Successfully, hopefully. Back at it. Back at it. Let's go. I clearly have not had enough of my Russian science juice to be able to do this properly, so remind me to drink some more of that. Keep my Russian science juices going here. Alright, we are off again. Literally the exact same thing we just did. Gonna time warp a little bit here for this early part, because it's literally the same thing. Don't want to waste too much time just on the early part of this launch here. Trying to keep it under control. So far so good. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Okay, really going to pitch over now. We're in the upper atmosphere at this point. Did I complete the mission? Yes. Okay, that alone completed the mission. So we've already completed the mission. We get our paycheck. We have covered the cost of this rocket and then some. And we're trying to save up money to upgrade our launch pad, our runway, and our assembly buildings. That's the goal, is to upgrade our facilities. Because without those upgraded facilities, it's really going to limit what we can do mission-wise. Okay, first stage is separated, and we are on our way up. What's our APWAP set? 100. We'll go ahead and burn horizontally at this point. Nothing new to be gained from a crew report here, so just going to burn horizontally and let the engines go for a second. How much science would we get here? 22.5. Not enough to justify it quite yet. Let's look at our other experiments. Nope, nothing new there. Let's look at this guy. Yes, we're in a vacuum. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to keep this. Actually, we'll point prograde for this. I really am trying to get a high, very high apoapsis for this mission. That's the goal. High apoapsis. And we should have plenty of delta V to do it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to time warp. Oh, we're still suborbital, aren't we? Okay, we'll time warp around. There we go. While we're time warping, how are you guys doing? Is there anything you'd like to see me do? Any suggestions you have? If so, let me know, because I am pretty good at simple rockets, not so great at Kerbal Space Program, and I'm always looking for tips and hints if I can get some. Let's lift our periapsis to just like 75,000 meters, so we're just outside of atmosphere. And then I want to make a burn right at our periapsis. There we go. We'll leave that. I'm going to burn a good chunk of our fuel at periapsis. To push our apoapsis out. We're at 1 million meters now. That's pretty good. Let's get out to like 2 million or something. Yeah, 2 million. We could do 3. We'll do 3. There we go. 3 million meters. That is a nice high orbit. Now what that should do is that's going to give us some new science, hopefully. If I'm high enough, it will. Science above Kerbin's Highlands. Yes, I will take it. And let's board it. And see if the mystery goo has anything new to yield us. It does not. Cool. Crew report? Can we do a crew report? Nothing new? Okay. Well, we are on our way out. These were all near... those were all near Drew, right? Near Kerbin, not Drew. Whoop, that was a mistake. Near Kerbin, not near Drew. We are way out there. Conduct a material study. High over Kerbin. That's what I'm looking for. High over Kerbin. Observe the mystery goo. 15 science for that. Thermometer high over Kerbin. Log temperature. It's cold. It's space. Barometer still reads 0, but hey, it counts as science points. Let's get a crew report, and let's EVA and do an EVA report as well. And board. I think you should try to recreate one of the SR2 crafts in KSP one day. I could try that. Problem is, it's really hard to recreate things in KSP that you did in Simple Rockets 2. Yes, I know. I want to remove it. Take data. So the reason why I say that is in Simple Rockets 2, you have a ton of different degrees of freedom when you're building your craft, right? You can adjust a ton of different things. In KSP, there's very little you get to customize about your craft. You can add and remove parts to it, but that's about it. And so the problem that creates is it limits what you can actually do design-wise. So in Simple Rockets 2, I could recreate just about anything I wanted to. Literally anything I wanted to in Simple Rockets 2 to a high degree of accuracy. And people have. Now, personally, I don't enjoy doing that kind of stuff, but I know a lot of people who do, and they do incredibly detailed builds and incredibly cool things in Simple Rockets 2 using Simple Rockets 2 parts. But if you try to recreate like something in Simple Rockets 2, which has a ton of detail, using Kerbal Space Program parts, which don't allow you to control a ton of detail, it's difficult. It makes things difficult. So I would like to, though. It would be kind of fun to try. Here's the thing: we are out of totally out of charge here, and I need to point this thing retrograde. So let's am I getting some charge back here? I don't have any SAS, but I do have the ability to throttle up and control this, so we're not totally hopeless. Okay, gonna let that burn just a little longer. That should be enough right there. What I did is I dropped some of my potential energy in my orbit. And by reducing my energy in my orbit, that's going to make the re-entry a lot easier to survive. Right now I'm just trying to make sure that my re-entry is not, going to kill me. And we're going to go ahead and put our periapsis down on the planet. Okay, that should be enough. We're going to time warp now. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome if they did go for the procedural part system. I don't think they're going to, though. I doubt that Kerbal Space Program is going to go because it's not their style. It'd be kind of weird because that's not really what Kerbal Space Program is known for. Maybe they might, but I wouldn't get your hopes set on it. I need my drogue chutes to be the lower stage. And we are coming down. We don't have charge. Okay. This might be the one where Dorian kills Jeb. Yep, this might be the one that does it. Stuff's gonna start exploding here. Come on. I'm trying to, right now, just trying to rotate it around so that not too much heat goes straight to the capsule. There we go. There we go. We got our heat. We're heat shield down now. We're heat shield down. Okay, we lost some science there. But the good news is I don't think we didn't lose all of it. And that bar is not ticking up anymore, I don't think. Ooh, this is a close one, guys. This is a close one. Dorian might just have killed Jeb. Dorian might just have done it. Oh no, it's not oh no just yet, though. Hold on. It's so dumb that I don't have batteries yet. Why is that so high in the tech tree right now? I should have had batteries, like, the second thing should have been batteries. He's still alive. Hey, we're cooling off. I've got science on this thing. I've got 5 things of juicy science on this thing. I think I lost the Science Junior, though. I don't know if I collected that one. I hope I collected that one. Shit. Fudge. It's okay. It's okay. A mission that we survived is worth it. We technically completed the contract. Parachute's been deployed. Jeb lives. Dorian did not kill Jeb on this mission just yet. We're still in it. We'll see if Dorian gets him on the next one, though. Alright, we're coming down now. Almost to the surface. And we're basically down. Just going to let that coast to the end. Yeah, that was a rough re-entry. I'm glad I did the last couple of burns that I did do, or that wouldn't have worked. That straight up would not have worked. Woo! That was a close one. You know what? We're going to EVA while we're out here. And we're going to go ahead and perform... Let go. There we go. Let's perform an EVA report here. A little bit of science. Deploy chute. Remove helmet. Plant flag. There we go. We're going to commemorate this narrowly survived mission here with a little flag. And we're going to call it Jeb's Close Call. Here, Jeb survived from a assassination attempt by not Supreme Dorian. All right, we've got our pod down. We've got our intrepid astronaut down. We'll go ahead and board our craft again, recover our vessel. I think we lost the Science Junior Science. I don't think I brought that back in. Who knows? Maybe I surprised myself. Maybe I was thinking. I can't remember if I did or not. Did I? Someone tell me if I did or not. Mystery goo, atmosphere, EVA, recovery of a vessel. Oh, I didn't. I didn't. I brought in everything but the Science Junior. Not a lot in the way of refunds, but you know what? We did get a good, healthy chunk of science. It could have been substantially more, but we did get a bunch, and we have enough. Thank God, we have enough finally for electricity. We can finally have electricity on our parts. Finally. While we're at it, let's go ahead and upgrade our launch pad and our space center. So we've got those upgraded. We can actually do some more stuff with this now. We've got better parts. Now we need to actually start. We really need money at this point. We really need money. We've got to try the focused scans. That's what we got to do. Don't have enough money to upgrade that. We'll have to just try and get a plane off the ground without it, but that's okay. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and build our first plane for the campaign mode playthrough. So we've got our cockpit, fuel tanks. We need a Mark 1 liquid fuel tank. And can I empty it? Don't want any fuel in it. I want this to be pretty light. I need it to be pretty light. I'm going to go ahead and put another fuel tank on there and empty it. Okay, so we've got 2 empty fuel tanks. Aerodynamics. Need a tail connector. There we go. If it'll let me connect it. We'll need some wings. We could do a swept wing. That might be a little faster looking at least. And then we need some Mark 0 fuel tanks. We'll clip nope, too low. I want them. Can I go like on the wing itself? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's do them on the wing like that. And then we'll do the engines here. We've got a engine there. We've got an engine there. And then we need inlets. Circular intakes right there. Let me have it. Let me have it. There we go. All right. What in the heck? What the heck is going on here, guys? What in God's green earth just happened? What? Why? Why did that happen? Okay, that's super weird. I don't know what that was. I don't know why it did that. It freaked out for a second. But we got it on there now. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild that other engine that we had. Kind of like right there. Had the little Juno fans on it. And the circular intake. Maybe put them a little farther up on the wing like that. Okay. Oops. Get back on there. Okay. Okay. That should do for our engines. We've got engines. Now we need control surfaces. We'll put a elevon on there. I need to rotate that so that it's not wonky. Actually, let's move the engines more inwards. Let's put them kind of on the inside of the wing here. We could put them on on top of the wing. We could actually let's shift some stuff around here. Like we could have them like that, and then we could mount the wings lower and in like that. That doesn't look half bad, actually. What do you guys think of that? Does that design look a little better to you? Scoot that in. Scoot that back. You know what? Okay, I think I like that. Now we need a tail fin. We'll do 2, and we'll throw some elevons on the back of these. Sure, why not? Yep, I think it's fine. For a starter plane, what I'm going for now, I need a lot of thrust on this guy. It needs to get pretty high into the air. So 4 engines minimum. We do have electrical equipment now. So I'm going to throw a single battery pack on this guy. And a single solar panel. And a single dipole antenna. We'll throw one on there as well. And then we'll rotate it so it's nice and streamlined like that. Don't know if it matters to have it streamlined, but it certainly looks better. Science. That's the other thing we're going to need for sure. We want science for this guy. I'm actually going to, let's see, we grab here. Could throw a science junior on it, but I don't know if that's going to make this too heavy to get up to our altitude that we need. Let's try it. We'll do 2 mystery goos. Because there's not going to be much in the way of getting out on this mission. And we'll have 2 barometers, 2 thermometers. We are already over our tolerance. Shit. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the mystery goo then. We're going to get rid of the barometers. We're stripping it down just 1 of each. And I'm going to get rid of the solar panel. Oh, shoot. I got rid of the engines instead of the solar panel. Darn it. Dang flabbit. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of this fuselage. We're just going to have the Science Junior, so it'll be a little smaller. Throw the barometer and the thermometer on it. We do need some electrical, so we'll keep the solar panel. Oh, Mr. Gamer, you can see your chat on screen. Yes, that is the point of having an on-screen chat. Okay, so that leaves us maybe just enough to get our other engine on here. Let's try it. These design constraints suck, man. Are we over? Oh, we've got just enough. Perfect. That leaves us with 5 more parts to use. Except I forgot symmetry. That leaves us with 2 more parts to use. Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to do this mission without the extra engines. That's the problem. That's the rub. Ditch the thermometer. That gives us 3 more parts. Can I do the landing gear in 3? Can I? 1. 2, 3. That is exactly 30 parts. I cannot go over that limit. That costs like all of my stuff, though. Not going to be able to do a ton of science on this. You know what? This isn't going to be the science guy. This is going to be the long-range, high-altitude jet. So, just a different mission set altogether. We're going to move this guy since... nope, not the whole thing. Just the barometer, please. There we go. If we can only have one, I'm going to put it back here. And you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's launch it. It looks okay. The one thing that I've always had trouble with is the runway. Actually, you know, Kerbal Space Program altogether, the planes suck. They just suck in Kerbal Space Program. I'm sorry. They're awful. I hate planes in Kerbal Space Program. Oh, hold on. Revert flight. Revert to space plane hangar. Guys, what did I just realize? The fins that I used are actuating fins. We might not need those extra elevons. If I can get this off the ground, I'm going to throw the other science equipment back on, because that makes a difference. That makes a big difference. Yeah, I might be able to. I might be able to get this guy off the ground. Hold on. First thing we're gonna do is get it off the runway, though. Oops. Oh, hold on. Revert. Revert to launch. I need to go slower. I'm gonna get it off the runway because the runway is actually more dangerous to try and fly off of than just the ground. It's well, we could try it. No, I'm not gonna try it. It's super bumpy and super dangerous. I'm not gonna try it. Also, I realize my landing gear are all jacked up. That's okay. That's okay for now. Okay, nice and slow. Nice and slow. This is why I hate Kerbal Space Program planes. Okay, revert flight. Revert to space plane hangar. I think the wheels are just too jacked up. We're going to try and fix those first. Okay. Nope, just that guy. Two-way symmetry. Thank you. And then two-way symmetry, I said. There we go. Now we need to shift it. Not that far, though. Just a little bit shifted. Okay. That's a little better. I'm not doing an SSTO in Kerbal Space Program. It's hard enough to do an SSTO in Simple Rockets. Not going to do it. Especially on campaign mode where I've got to earn every little penny. SSTOs are hard, man. Center of mass, center of lift, center of thrust. Center of lift's a little far back. Scoot those back a little bit. No, wait, no. Center of lift forward. Scoot these forward a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it now. Ooh, my Spanish is pretty bad, dude. So, if you can keep it to English in the chat, because I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, but it's been a long time since high school, and I can't read Spanish anymore. Yeah, nope. Can't make out exactly what you mean there. Sorry, bud. I really do wish I was still fluent in Spanish. That'd be nice, but that is not like riding a bicycle. You lose that skill if you don't practice it. All right, let's try this again. Engines on. Throttle up. I'm not inherently wobbly, so that's a plus. This is what I'm talking about. Planes suck. All right, revert flight. Revert to launch. Planes suck. Planes sunk in Kerbal Space Program, and you cannot tell me otherwise. They are unstable, explodey, bad. They're just bad, man. Okay, we're going to try and pilot this guy off the runway first, because I don't think we can take off from the runway. I know Pequeña is small. That's true. I don't know what the rest of it is saying. I'm not sure what he's... not sure what he's trying to say. Not going to pretend that I know anymore. Nope, 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 nope. Don't you dare. Don't you dare crash. Alright. Okay. Alright, that's it. Nope. We're not doing this. We're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna put up with the bullshit of trying to launch a plane. We're gonna do rockets. We're not a plane agency, we're a rocket agency. They just suck so bad. I cannot get over how badly they suck. I'm not going to try. We're not doing any of these contracts. We'll do the Taurus contract. That's what we'll try. Or we could do the radial mounted parachute. That's still a weird weird options there. Head to the moon, pass it by. Fly to the moon, return to Kerbin. The wing area is not the issue on that one. It's totally unstable because Kerbal Space Program can't do engines properly. It's always been a pain in the ass to get those guys to launch. If the wing area were the issue, then we would be seeing something like you'd be seeing a totally different type of failure. It would get up to speed and then like not get enough lift to get off the ground is what you'd see if the wing was an issue. Okay, so we've got Probodyne Octo is the probe body we're going to use for this mission. We're doing a moon. No, we don't need a Probodyne Octo. Does this have SAS? Does this one have SAS? This one has SAS. Okay, we're going to do the SAS version. Hey, Tyrion, how you doing? Dude, it's good to see you. And you've never played KSP before? That actually surprises me. Yeah, so we're playing KSP. We're playing the KSP campaign mode. We are trying to make a probe to shoot around the moon. That is the goal right now. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do with this guy? We're going to throw a little fuel tank on it. And a little engine on it. So we've got the base of our probe here. We're going to need a communicator. We'll do the dipole antenna. No, we'll do the communitron, the vertical one there. Cirrus Arnold, hello, welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you. Okay, coupling. We need a coupling device right there. We don't have like the aerodynamic payload stuff, do we? Nope. So we're just gonna stick this on a engine, aren't we? Yep. Okay, let's try this. We'll do a Terrier engine there, and then we'll do a couple of big fuel tanks here. Like so. Oh, we're gonna need a heat shield for this guy, I'm sure. Let's see. Could we put the heat shield just here? Thermal, thermal, thermal. Yeah, we could, but we don't have enough to do anything else. Batteries, solar panels. We could do a full-size heat shield. KSP 2, yeah, when it comes out, man, I will probably be one of the first people to get that guy. I'm actually really excited to see what they're going to try to do with it. I really am excited about KSP 2. In the meantime, though, I'd like to figure out what the heck I'm doing here, so... decoupler, sure. Fuel tank, we could do just a little itty bitty fuel tank. That's a big fuel tank. Not that one. This little bitty fuel tank. And then I wanted to do a spark, but for some reason I've never been able to get these to... I hate this, but I'm gonna let that stand for now. We should have a Terrier on this already. Nope, there's no Terrier on that, so we need to add back that stage. So we'll have our oh no, there it is. It's right there. There it is. Okay, so we've got our Terrier stage, and now we need our... We could do the swivel. Is the swivel going to get us there, though? Ooh, it might. 1.4 thrust to weight ratio, 3,711 meters per second delta V. That might do it. That might do it. Problem, this is totally exposed and I hate it. That's kind of the big problem we're looking at now. But you know what? I think we'll just have to make do. We've got a communicatron. Let's put a thermometer, and we don't need two-way symmetry for that. We'll put a barometer. We'll put a thermometer, and we'll put. You know what? We're gonna forgo the. Yeah, we're gonna leave off that. We're just gonna do those two science experiments. Gonna keep this one pretty bare bones. Let's check our staging. We've got first stage, the swivel engine burns, and then we have stage separation and our Terrier engine burns, and then our spark engine gets us the rest of the way. 3,690 meters per second total to orbit. We're going to lose a lot of efficiency because of drag, but 3,600 meters per second. That should be enough to put us. That should be enough to put us on a course to the moon, and all we need to do is fly by the moon. So if we can get an intercept with the moon where we're already flying back, that works. Okay, we are off the ground. We are going to go ahead and tilt over early. This is a relatively small craft. I wish I had a fairing. I wish I had a fairing for this. But we're going to attempt it without the fairing. We are off the ground, coasting along. All right, I'm going to hold there for a little bit. Just going to time warp as we get up to speed here. Should be a pretty steady portion of the flight at this point. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Okay, we're going to go ahead. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, stop that. Stop that. Cut that out. Okay, revert flight. Revert to launch. Yeah, what's a barometer going to do in space? Well, so suspension of disbelief a little bit here. Nothing. And it's kind of, it teases it a little bit because if you click on the barometer and have it show its readout when you're in the vacuum, it just says vacuum. The barometer actually does read out information as long as you're in atmosphere. So like here it's saying kilopascals, it's showing us atmospheric pressure in kilopascals from sea level. Once you get into space, it just says vacuum and it doesn't say anything other than that. So the barometer itself obviously knows it's in space and knows there is no pressure, but the game itself, the game gives you science points if you activate it, even though you're in space. So we're milking the game for science. We're not trying to play for realism here. And something about this rocket is just not aerodynamically stable, and I don't know what it is that is making this so gosh dang hard to control. Maybe it's the totally bungled payload section of the rocket. Ooh, come on, I'm fighting this man tooth and nail. Okay, we're gonna kill that. Did a little 360 there, but we are back on track and boosting up into orbit. Like that never happened. We should still have more electric charge. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time controlling this. Oh, just totally lost control of it there. Why? What is going on? Okay. Aerodynamics on this are not working out. Revert to vehicle assembly. The barometer knows where it is because the barometer knows where it is. Yes. Ah, yes. Is there a cheat we can do here? Hold on. We're gonna try and cheat this system a little bit. If this doesn't work, I'll just throw another command pod. We'll do it with an actual astronaut. We might have to do it with an actual astronaut now that I'm thinking about it. We did upgrade. You know what? Yeah, screw it. We're sending a Kerbal out there. We're gonna have to do this the real way. So might as well prep for it. So we need a heat shield. We need a Kerbal. Let's see. We need a parachute. We'll need... can we get away with the drogue chutes? Maybe. We could probably get away with drogue chutes. I don't think we need drogue chutes. Drogue chutes are overrated. Who cares about survivability? Coupling. We need a coupler there. Fuel tanks. Let's throw a big boy on. Oh, you know, if we're doing a big mission like this, we need our Science Junior. Let's do it this way. We'll put the Science Junior between these two. Put those there. Put one barometer on it. And put one thermometer on it. I guess we could try doing an actual science service bay. Don't we have service bays? We do. So we could actually put these experiments in line now. Let's do the mystery goos on the ceiling. And I'll rotate them so they're not all funky like that. Let's rotate them around. Like so. One more click. There we go. Oh, too many clicks. One more click. There we go. Okay, the rest of the science experiments. We need this guy. Can go there. This guy can go there. Oh, am I not going to be able to select that thermometer now, though? Shoot. Did I just, like, trap that thermometer in there? Well, gosh dang it. Frickin' games, man. Frickin' games and their things. Rotate the barometer around. And then bitch about the thermometer being stuck down there for no reason. Dang it. Alright. It's really just not going to tolerate. Reason number 38 on why I prefer Simple Rockets 2 over Kerbal Space Program. Here it is. Faffing around with these parts is infuriating. Okay, there. We've got a thermometer. We've got our Science Junior. We've got our Mystery Goo. We've got everything we need there. We'll put our batteries in there as well. We'll do the nice big... Oh, you know what? We'll do the big battery pack. And then we'll attach our thermometer to that guy. And rotate him around like that. That's better. We'll attach the barometer to him as well. And rotate him around. If I can select him, that is. There we go. Alright, rotate the barometer. Rotate the barometer. There we go. Okay, we've got batteries. We've got Mystery Goo. We've got all of the science experiments we have unlocked at this point on board. Let's do 2 solar panels for good measure. Close that up. And that is our science payload completed. This whole thing is going to break off at the end for the final descent. But that is part of the plan. We need a communitron, which I'm going to put... You know what? Let's open this up. And I'm going to put him in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. He's sticking out a little bit, but he's fine. So we've got a communitron in there, and what that's going to do is we can open it up and deploy the communitron when we are ready for him. Now we need to build the rest of the rocket out. So we could do a swivel. 1,100 meters per second on that stage with the swivel. What does the Terrier give us? Way less. All right, so we're doing the swivel engine for this upper stage. That's decided. We'll do a coupler. And then we will do a number of fuel tanks. We'll do 3 for now. And then do our radial decouplers in a 2-way symmetry. And then fuel tanks will go back to our 3 big ones there. Try and get this guy lined up with the other ones as best as I can. It's a little high. There, that's good. And one more on the bottom. That's good. Let's shift. Let's shift the decoupler down, I guess. There, those are flush engines. We could do 3 swivels. That gives us 3,301 meters per second of delta V. Is that enough? Is that enough? That's the question. It might be. The other thing is, can we do... Does it allow for cross-feeding? Do we... Oh, no, we need to use fuel pipes for that, don't we? Okay, so we can't do like a spaghetti stage, but we can do... Or not spaghetti. What am I talking about? Asparagus stage is what I was thinking of. We're not going to be able to do an asparagus stage, but we can do a longer core stage. That gives us almost 4,000 meters per second of delta V and a 1.05 thrust to weight ratio initial. How about if we did 4? $1.39. That's more tolerable. Okay, so when in doubt, as Kerbal Space Program always professes, when in doubt, add some more engines and fuel tanks and call it a day. So we've got our bigger setup here going. Let's add our nose cones, make this aerodynamic, because that's going to be very important. And let's go ahead, while we're at it, for good measure, we'll do tail fins. 4-way symmetry, tail fins. Yeah, we don't want this to become spaghetti. We do not want spaghetti here. All right, we are within our mass tolerances. We have a part count that works. We have a large amount of delta V to work with here for this mission. We've got a good size science payload. I think we're ready for a moonshot. This is our Apollo. We're going to call this Curveball 1I. Save it, because we might launch it again later, and we will go ahead and launch it now. See if we can get this off the ground. Let's see what we got here. More boosters. Yep, when in doubt, more boosters. More side interstages. I realize now, did not actually check my staging before getting to the launch pad, so we're going to check it now. And everything looks fine. 3,887 meters per second of delta V, so it's actually a little lower, but we're going to make it work. It'll be fine. So we are off the ground. It is a wobbly boy. That is for sure. But we're cruising along, and I'm just going to hold this angle for a good second here and let it roll. We're going to throw our thrust to weight ratio down a little bit. Oh, no, we'll keep it a little higher. We need a little bit higher thrust to weight ratio. Back it off now. Jebediah is just chilling out there. He's having a good time. Fuel, everything is looking nominal there. Coming up on max Q here. Where's our apoapsis? Sitting at 22,000 meters and climbing. Looking good. Alright, everything is going fine. Everything is going fine. This mission is a success so far. We're going to back off our thrust to weight ratio again. Keep it from getting too high. Don't want to be like crazy high thrust to weight ratio right now. Really just toning it back a little bit here. Yeah, we're cutting through the atmosphere. Something fierce at this point. Okay. Just going to burn parallel to the horizon at this point at a pretty low thrust level. Almost out of fuel on these side interstages. Okay, side interstages are separated. Our thrust is... We've totally taken down our thrust, basically. We don't need any more right now because we are going to coast up to our apoapsis. Burn the rest of our main stage at apoapsis, basically, and then try to get our moon encounter from there. Let's see if this is worth anything right now. Not really. Not really worth anything right now. We'll go ahead and open this up, though. And we'll go ahead and extend our antenna. We'll also roll here so that our solar panels are in the right direction. We want to be able to get some more of those juicy sun rays. We don't want to run out of battery here on this part of the mission. Okay. Craft is in position. We're going to go ahead and throttle up our main sail engine here. Or not our main sail, that's later. This is a swivel engine. Okay, we are all the way throttled up here. Pushing this guy into orbit. I'm going to burn a little up now, pull our apoapsis up a little bit. But this should get us just about into orbit. If not, the next stage should get us the rest of the way there. Okay, we are in orbit with literally no more fuel. Perfectly into orbit. Separate that stage. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so we're looking really good right now, actually. We've got a full stage here ready to go. Let's board. Let's do a crew report. Transmit that just for fun, because we have the battery to do it. See if there's any science to be done here. Not really. Log temperature. No, nothing new there. Conduct material study. No, leave it alone. Barometer. Check to see. Nope, nothing. Okay. No new science to be had here, but that's okay. We need to plan our moon intercept. Do I even have the ability to do intercepts or like plan burns? I may have to do this manually. Okay, we're gonna do this manually. Is there a quick save? Okay, quick saved. Just in case. We should be able to do this manually though. I'm gonna point prograde and then we will light our engine and see if we have enough delta V to get to the moon. I think we do. Yeah, we definitely should have enough delta V to get to the moon. How do I can't even remember how to target things right now. Okay, throttle down, throttle down, throttle down. We're not on an intercept. Shoot. Nope, not on an intercept. Load save real quick. Because I'm trying to do this totally flying by the wire, and it's tricky. I can't do a planned maneuver here. Card Z, welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? I am trying to intercept the moon totally blind, basically. Oh, too far. Okay, right about there. Okay, let's try it again. from the top, let's see if we can get a moon intercept here. I don't even know how to target this guy right now. Oh, shoot. Okay, just throttle up nicely. Do we have an intercept? Do we have an intercept? Do we have an intercept? Is anything I'm doing here going to get me an intercept? I'm on the right plane. I wish I had the ability to actually plan an intercept here. Or even just target it. I can't even target it right now. Yep, don't have any ability to do that. You know what we can do? We're gonna push this limit. If we can't get to the moon on this one, we're gonna push this mission to its absolute limit and get the absolute most science we can out of it. Because that's what we would do. We can't make the moon intercept. We don't have the technology for it. But you know what we can do? We can fly way out here, and we can do some gosh dang science. 37. That's good enough for me. Let's do a crew report. Alright, nothing new to see here. Log temperature data? Nothing new to see here, really. This is even all the way out here. Nothing new? Okay, crew report. Goo canisters. Okay, we will EVA then. Warp to the moon is just over the horizon. Burn prograde. Oh. Hey. Good to know. Uh-oh, a little bit of ear rape? What was that? Static on my end? Something happened there? Taryn, if there's something up with my audio, let me know. Hold on, let me, there. Was it the game that was doing something funky? I just muted it, so hopefully that won't happen again if it was. Okay, so you said warp till the moon is just over the horizon, huh? So we'll go prograde. Oh, too fast, too fast, too fast. Oh, I shouted? Oh, my apologies. Sorry, I'll lean away from the mic if I get emotional. What I'm trying to figure out here... Well, if that's the case, let me unmute that. Let's see. Just over the horizon, he said. Just over the horizon. So I'm just looking for the moon, looking for the moon. There she is. All right. We are prograde. There's the moon. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can't get a intercept off of this. We're going prograde, right? Yep. It should probably happen if you can't see the intercept. All right. Well, shouldn't it show me? Oh, no. Isn't there something with patch conics? Like, maybe it won't show me. Okay. We've got 563 meters per second of delta V to work with. Let's see if this does it. That should be an intercept. Right? That should be an intercept. Yep, that's an intercept. Okay. Is that... Oh, I have no idea where that's going to kick me, huh? Well, okay. One, that's not an intercept, that's a collision course. So we need to make some adjustments here. Not that way. This way. Yes. Nope. Just stability, sesame. Okay. We've got some data we can send now. Let's do a crew report. Transmit that. Log temperature data. We'll keep that one. Yeah, it worked. Although it's not, we're not on an ideal path here, so we're gonna have to do some work. We'll save that one. Log the pressure data. Keep that. Okay, we already did a crew report. Let's EVA and do a EVA report. We'll transmit that one. Transmit that guy. So that's already some solid data to send back to the planet. Let's EVA again, and I want to take the data from my thermometer and my barometer. Can I grab it? There we go. Take the data, board it. All right, so we've got that. Now, what we're going to have to do, I need to make a plane change, basically. This is going to be a real test of my abilities here. That was the wrong direction. I need to go the other way, because I need to level out my... Without burning too much fuel, I need to level this out. Okay, so we're basically equatorial again. That's good. That's progress. Problem is, I don't know how this is going to kick me out here. Okay, we don't have connection to the Space Center right now, but that's okay. We're going to do our big science. Conduct materials analysis. 50 science. That's the big one. And then our goo canister over here. Let's activate him. What do we have? 20. Also great. Log our pressure data. 24. Freaking awesome. Freaking fantabulastic. Log our temperature data. Get that. Let's get a crew report going here. Nothing new for that guy. EVA report. Again, nothing new. That's fine. Let's collect everything. Remove data. Go away. Do I need to get down a little lower here? Can I not get this? There we go. Collect data. Perfect. Got it. Take data from the temperature. Take data from the barometer. Store experiments. And we'll board. Oh, we've already got those? Okay, so we'll board anyway. We got those on board. Okay, let's take a look at where is this going to spit us out? That's the question now. Derpy, hello, welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you. Let's point prograde. That's the other thing I hate. Go back to... There we go. If you need a scientist instead of a pilot, you can use the big boy science more than once. Yeah, I know that, but... Okay. Let's hope that that burn didn't screw us over and is actually going to send us back towards Kerbin. Back towards Kerbin. Back towards Kerbin. Ooh, that... Oh, actually. Hey. Hey. We're heading back towards Kerbin? Oh! Oh! I could not have planned that better myself. We are heading back towards Kerbin. Look at that. Fantastic. Alright. We are heading back towards Kerbin, everyone. While we're here, let's do a crew report. Transmit it. Why the hell not? We'll do an EVA. EVA report. Sure. Keep it. Board the ship. Extra science. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Let's transmit that. Just old data. Nothing new there, but we'll go ahead and transmit it anyway. Nothing new there. No value. Okay, let's just warp our way down. Oh, are we out of electric charge? No, we're not out of electric charge. SAS. Retrograde. Come on, point retrograde. There we go. Okay. Why am I spinning? Why are we spinning? Okay, well, we are close to the atmosphere at this point. Burn our engines. Kill as much speed as we can. That's fine. We have plenty of electric charge. So here's what I'm going to do. Close this up. Wait, no. Open this up. Yeah, I definitely want to do that, but I want to tuck everything away first. There we go. Close the doors. You know, get everything battened down. Batten down the hatches, as they say, for the fireworks show. And basically, we can use all of that as a, effectively as a giant ablative shield. Angular Drag Killer mod? Yeah, I don't think it's the Angular Drag Killer mod. One, this is a different game. Two, that's just a glitch right there, or something. I don't know what that was. It was funky is what it was. I said funky with an N, but it could definitely be taken the other way as well. Okay, separate that. There goes our fireworks package. We are cruising through the atmosphere just fine, though. I'm going to pull up the heat shield data. We'll have that sit over here just to keep an eye on it. Just to keep an eye on it. Not too worried about it, though. Okay, we are out of orbit at this point. Oh, there goes our fireworks. One part's already broken up. I'm seeing debris over there. Should start flashing past me, actually. There it goes. Woo, there goes a piece of it. Heating up pretty nicely here. Nope, we're good. We are good. It is coming down just fine. We are burning off all of that extra orbital velocity now. Turning kinetic energy, turning potential energy into kinetic energy into thermal energy right here, heating up the atmosphere, causing global warming, ruining the environment. You know us here at the Kerbal Space Program. So we are on our way down. Nothing fancy going on at this point. Hey, there goes another chunk of our spacecraft jetting past us. All right, we're back in the atmosphere safely. Heat shield is no longer required. I'm actually going to jettison it. Well, I would have jettisoned it if it hadn't stuck to me. Deploy our parachute, and we'll begin slowing down. Bill Nice, the science guy. Okay, I don't know why this still hasn't come off yet. As soon as that parachute opens, that heat shield's going to drop away. I hope. There it is. Woo! It's gone. In the water. And we are basically down. We're going to go ahead and coast our way back into the ground. Reentry particle effects. Your craft leaves a nice flamey trail. Hey, I'll actually look into that. I've got the... shoot, I can't even remember the name of it. The Kerbal Space Program mod manager. I'll have to look at that. The particle effect. Reentry particle effects. I will look into that. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so we are down, sitting dead in the water. Let's recover our vessel. That was a successful mission. That was a ton of science. And Jeb is still not dead. As much as Dorian has tried to kill him so far tonight, he is still not dead. So I consider that all around an excellent success. We have 178 science. Let's go. And now 452,000 funds. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This right here is what I need. So here's where We can upgrade that for 451,000. Not worth it yet. Not worth it yet. That's a lot of money. Let's start unlocking some stuff here. Flight control's an option. General construction's also an option. This one's actually really cool because this gives us fairings, crew cabins. We've got the flags. Also, this is a lot of good small things. We also have efficient propulsion, the Cheetah engine. Some bigger engines there. Not a lot in the way of fuel systems. A lot of options here. We could do one of these and one of the smaller ones. I think general construction is the first one we got to go with. So we're going to do general construction. We've got electricity. Don't need those yet. Those are all nice, but not really needed. Landing, we're going to need eventually. Advanced construction. Oh, these are some good ones, too. The Clampetrons. That adds a ton of stuff. What to do, guys? All right, post what you think I should grab out of this. We got the reaction wheels, the P reentry module, some better nose cones. I'm leaning towards doing a fuel systems. We could definitely do the fuel systems. We don't have anything big enough to justify the fuel systems quite yet, though. Could do propulsion system, though. This one actually might be worth it because it gives us a bunch of these little engines, which are good for maybe some smaller ones, some smaller missions, you know. Flight control. I think we can do one more of this tier and then one of this tier. So, you know what? Let's do advanced construction. Maybe. Does this one give me struts? No. Does this one give me struts? This one gave me struts. I've got struts. Yeah, I've got the fairings, so that's the big one. Landing's pretty useful. I might do landing. Does that one give me the... Yeah, this one gives me landing gear. You know, those are pretty good. And the big parachute, too. Our fuel systems. Okay, let's do our small guy first. Really, flight control is the only one that's worth it out of that tier. Because all this does is gives me the one more nose cone. Oh, and we don't have enough. Shoot, we're just under it. Okay. You know what? That's fine. We're just under the next science for the next node, but we're okay. We don't need to get anything there. Let's pick out our next mission. Explore the moon. Put ourselves in orbit around the moon. That's great and all, but we don't need to do it. Bring a moonstone back. That's a little bigger. Hey, so we could do a rescue mission. These are pretty lucrative, like really lucrative actually, and they're pretty easy. You just rendezvous and then get a guy to board your craft. So if you've got a probe, that's super easy to do. So you know, we'll do that one. And then position a satellite in an equatorial orbit. Unmanned antenna, you can generate power. That's easy too. So we'll do those two missions. But we're not going to do them tonight. We're going to save that for another live stream. I'm going to actually log off here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed Kerbal Space Program for some of its lackings and some of its flaws, you know. As I was complaining earlier, there's a lot that I don't like about this game that I like about Simple Rockets 2, but there's a lot that I like about... there is a lot that I like about Simple Rockets 2. And there's a lot that I like about Kerbal Space Program. I like them both. I think they're both great for different reasons. And you know what? I hope you guys enjoy them both too. So I'm going to mix some more of my content. We're going to do a little bit more of both games. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I will see you all in the next video. I hope you all have a great night and a great week. And you know what? Take care. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.